Greetings, Cap. Welcome, my dear friend, to Eureka Elementals. I want to thank you so very much for joining me in whatever time, space, place, or dimension this finds you. Bottom line, I do hope you're doing well. There has been so much activation happening at an interstellar level, planetary level. It's just, you know, the energies are off the charts. And so, the heavens don't lie. Man may lie, the heavens don't lie. We know what we see, we know what we feel, and the energies again are palpable. So we're going through a lot of quantum jumps, a lot of quantum timeline. It's just quantum is the new buzzword for spirit. See, when they don't want to give spirit acknowledgement, science calls it quantum. Okay. It is the unexplained for them, but they've always known that it was real. But the way they kept people out of it was to utilize fancy terms like quantum theory and this and that to keep the average person at bay. But for those who are tapped in, and many are being that way right now, everybody's consciousness is being raised as it should be in the age of Aquarius. We all know better, all right? So, look at that. So your consciousness has given you the sense of optimism. You see the bounty in life at this point, and that is the new beginning. This is what is available to everyone at this level of consciousness that Spirit is rising us all to at this particular time. There is no lack, there is only bounty, right? But what the 3D wants to do is keep people tied, okay? This is a Spirit's offering. This is what the 3D in the world is offering. Nothing but loss, nothing but grief, nothing but mourning, nothing but bad news all the time. And so, then they're wondering why people are engaging in spirituality. That would be why. We don't want to live in a world where we're always being told how horrible it is. We know that everything is out there for us to discover, not only externally, but internally as well. And so there's no more playing it safe, okay? Spirit wants you to fully embrace, okay? Fully embrace, right? So that being said, we're going to be doing a quantum energy activation reading. Capricorn, I thank you so very much for joining me. And with that, let's jump right on in, okay? In the past, you had a cycle of new beginnings. Look at that. Just like a brand newborn baby, just beautiful. The world around them, the halo, fully protected and surrounded by bounty. This is in the past. In the present, what did I talk about? You know better. You're following Spirit. Your numbers 3, you're co-creating with Spirit, and you're setting your intention to manifest your new destiny. Good for you. All right. In the future, you are also setting your intention, okay? But this time you're doing it behind a mask. You are mirroring and kind of balancing both worlds. If you notice, right, it's the yin and yang kind of energy. There's caution that comes with this, though. You're setting your intention to purposely wear a mask for your public persona. And privately, you're still going to be yourself. So you're choosing when to wear a mask and under circumstances under which you do so. You're setting the intention for this because I think it's to protect your identity and or choosing when and which circumstances you engage fully as opposed to wearing this mask. There's some caution that comes with that. But ultimately, you're fully aligned with Spirit. You're on the sacred temple path. And that's what it's all about, okay? And in your motivation is that you know that there is a fear agenda that's being played on humanity. This is the energy that's being sent out, but it's being blocked by Spirit. Spirit said, no, we're coming through, we're on the temple path. And this is what you're really fully aligned to at this particular time. So good for you. Caps, good for you. Now let's see what energy, look at that as I pick up the deck. These are the energies that are behind your new beginnings, your intended manifestation behind a mask. Cornucopia, as I picked it out, you had literally when you came in on that portal as a baby, you came into this world fully abundant with the horn of plenty. Okay. And you were already adept. You came in as a master manifester. So good for you, for the ability to come in at that level. Okay, you already knew that you had adjacent possibilities, and these were things you knew as a child, but a lot of times you could also see things with your first eye, and it was, you were told to grow out of it. That's not how people talk. You're going to scare people if you speak this way. You already knew the truth at a very young age, and it was kind of, discouraged. So you grew out of it, and now you're rediscovering this and going back to this energy, right? Because again, this happens between the age of 0 to 7. Any kind of injury that happens to you during your most your root chakra years, 0 to 7, is in your root chakra, and this was when you're very first starting. You're being told, no, don't talk about that. People feel uncomfortable. Archangel Michael is really helping you to heal that right now. Okay, and the divine masculine in you that wanted to act upon what you knew was also hurt at that time, but that's being healed as well. So you may have come in, Cap, with the energy of a balanced mind and a balanced heart, and the King of Cups kind of energy. So Archangel Michael is helping you to heal that at this particular time. And this could also be in a relationship as well, because this inner child was hurt. This was also triggered perhaps in a relationship in the past with someone who you really loved, who held your heart, right? But right now, what Spirit is asking you to do, and this is being clarified, you're in the energy of the sun. Okay, now that you're manifesting with Spirit, and even if there's indecision, right, as to the next step, the sun is number one. You have a brand new beginning. In this 8th manifestation year, you're indecisive as to how you will manifest, right? Because you are manifesting. Let's not forget, you're manifesting, right? And the sun's illuminating it, but it's also illuminating the fact that perhaps you're indecisive about your next move. Okay, you have the intuition, you're manifesting, but you're indecisive. Okay, so it's really about going within and deciding what's next and what's in the best interest, not only for you, but for all concerned. Okay, and you're having to summon that strength. The angel of strength is really helping you to set your intention. Okay, you have set the intention to be behind a mask, right? And as a public persona. And this is how you will act in the energy of a thinking man. So you're deciding to balance, your divine feminine with the divine masculine energy. Whenever you act, I mean, I'm seeing Zorro in my head, right? But it's a thinking man kind of energy. So it may be, at 46 reduces 10 as well. A brand new start with a thinking man, where you can set your intentions as well, and having the energy to tame that beast within, to not necessarily, now that you've healed the childhood wounds, you now know when to engage and utilize those giftings that you had, the spiritual giftings that you had as a child, when to bring it to the fore and when to utilize it from behind a mask. Okay, so sometimes it's just best to proceed that way while you're still in between the 3D and the 5D, right? So the 3D version of you're working with Spirit in the 5D to bring things into the 3D. In the interim, you may have to use a mask for public persona in the 3D, to act, right? to act in a divine masculine kind of way while having the strength to do so. This may cause you some anxiety, having to really go between both worlds like this, but no matter what, right, you're going to be victorious. So I wouldn't let it lose any sleep over it, because ultimately, when you're working with spirit, you know that there are endless possibilities. There's no one way to do anything, right? You're in your divinity. We saw this come out here a while ago. You are fully engaged and co-creating with spirit. Your ears are wide open, in master number 33. So you have that master teacher kind of energy, and you have a spirit of gratitude. It also says, of course, if you want to be great, it begins with gratitude. Greatness begins with gratitude. Okay, so you've learned that, and you are moving right on ahead. Now let's see. Okay. Now, in the past, right, what you had to learn to do, the number is 49, right, which reduces to a 13. You had to learn to release, and release with love, release willingly. So even though this man or energy, you're really helping to heal your root chakra, you had to willingly release that energy, and allow yourself to heal that inner child within you, that brand new beginning, that cycle where, perhaps it was your inner child was hurt. That now propelled you into the energy of number 46, where now you're co-creating with spirit, with your intuition and manifestation. This is an uncharted sea for you, Caps, right? This level, I'm hearing of power. I am hearing power. This level of power is unparalleled. You've left the earthly. You have to wear the mask in the 3D, because you now know the real creation is that co-creation with the divine. Once you can set your intuition and manifest anything, you can pull it out the 5D and manifest it in the 3D. And you're putting your energy into your spirituality and into that quantum energy work with the divine. That's what's being illuminated to you at this time, is that this new energy, this new beginning, 1-1, 46 degrees is a 10-1. This allows you, it's a portal, 1-1 portal for you to co-create with the divine. And it's an uncharted sea. This is not something that a lot of people are aware of. So while you are still doing it, leaves you to be indecisive. How many people do I share this with? How many people do I let know this is what is possible? Because a lot of people still won't get it. It still sounds like pseudoscience to a lot of people, but those who know, right? And so this has let you, there's some people that you can tell this to, but you still can only let people into so much, because you still have to allow everybody. This is a journey that's personal to everyone. Everyone has their own journey. So you have to summon your inner strength to know what to share and when to share it and when to act, right? And, there may be someone, maybe a thinking man that will come into your future if that is indeed the case, or vice versa. But this masculine energy within you, the thinking man or thinking woman, you're going to have that ability to have a tender embrace, because it's going to be an aha when you finally meet someone who is a kindred spirit, right? This is what I'm also hearing as well. But ultimately, this entire experience, this quantum experience, this divine activation, the spiritual activation, this energetic activation, has awoken the lion within. And number 19 for the sun as well. So it fully illuminated how magnificent this universe really is, and made it quite personal for you. This was an outpouring of love from the universe to let you know that they honor the divinity within you. So you're being gifted quite a bit by the divine. And, they want you to come out this hermit energy. And this is perhaps why you're still deciding, okay, I'll come out and play, but I'm going to wear a mask. I'll play to a certain degree. I'm not fully ready to go full throttle. I've got to still be careful, and not be too footloose and fancy free. And so Spirit's wanting you to know, I have a lot of major arcana that keep popping up as I'm shuffling here, that that you've got the touch. You really have got the touch. You are more magical and mystical than you realize, Cap. And I never want you to think less than that of yourself, okay? Your ancestors, the Seven of Wands, right? When you are taking that stand, you've got the higher ground, right? And you're mounting your defense, you're maintaining control. This is why you were able to fully release in that cycle, as in the past, where Archangel Michael is helping you out, and then you also had the man holding a heart. You were willing to release it and let it go because you had the higher ground. There was not necessarily no fight left in you. There was no reason to continue with that season. You had defeated it. You nailed. Look at that, the hammer, the nail. It came down, and your ancestors were behind that too. This is your ancestors or the divine putting the hammer on people and really helping you so that you can let it go and move into this new energy that you have with Spirit. Look at that. You have the sun twice. Woo, I'm getting goosebumps. You have the sun twice. Okay? And thought as well, you're co-creating with the divine. Is this bra? You are co-creating with the divine. This is an uncharted sea. You have now put yourself in that high vibrational energy. When you set yourself to have it in intuition and manifest, you're tapping into a divine kind of energy, Capricorn. You're walking with the gods kind of energy. This is next level, Capricorn. This is next level. Right? You're walking with you're stepping into your God energy, God or goddess energy. This is profound. 2 suns? This is uncharted. Yeah, uncharted sea is an understatement. You have decided to really step into destiny, just destiny. You're manifesting your own destiny, but it's not even, it's like a next level completely. It's uncharted sea. It's the equivalent, it's the equivalent of you're creating at such a level. You have mastered, and like you see, Spirit, what am I seeing? Okay, I'm literally seeing the fact that you're here manifesting at such a high level, right? Seka, she's got the globe there. Okay, well, in my universe, right? I'm going to imagine there are 2 suns. This is what you're saying. Like, I'm going to imagine there are 2 suns, one above, one below, or one to each side. You're co-creating at such a level that you're shining a light even on the deep abyss. So the uncharted sees that you're not only shining a light about what's happening at the 3D level, but you're also shining a light as what's happening at the subconscious level. And you're allowing people and others to see this is how you utilize your intuition and manifestation for good. You can help clean up some of the dark stuff that's going on and really help humanity. So you're showing people how to really and truly utilize this quantum energy for the benefit of all of humanity, to help humanity truly heal some of the dark, deep, dirty, murky stuff that's lurking beneath their waters, and to purify their waters, purify its emotions. Because it's true, a lot of the stuff that's happening right now, a lot of the hatred, a lot of the wars, a lot of the negative energy is coming from people who are unhealed. But if they go in and look and really shine a light on the dirty laundry and just air it out and clean it, we can all move on. There'll be a collective healing. And Well, you've got, in this new intention where you decided to act from behind a mask, right? This is being clarified by the Knight of Coins, right? Which is the slowest moving in the deck, right? Okay. But plans, meticulous, gets the job done. Okay. And so you're gonna need all the strength. This is why you're given the angel of strength here, because it is a task that is a huge undertaking that you're trying to do. You've got the sun not only once here, but once, but twice. So the divine is really helping you. You're being given universal help, okay, from the higher powers, so to speak. But they're letting you know this is not going to be instantaneous, because this is a process that people have got to get behind, and it takes humanity a long time to change their mindset. So even when you shine a light, and even here when it's uncharted sea, there is light under the water. You can still see. So, but even then, it's still scary to people, because even the surface looks darker than what's underneath. Okay, so that's one of the things that's happening too. You're perhaps letting people know it looks bad, but it's not as bad as you think. Okay. And people are not used to that. People, are not used to that kind of leadership. You're coming with a new kind of view as to how to lead, and people are not necessarily that comfortable with it. Right. But you've gone within at the foundation. You've made those choices to really and truly tap into the divine at a whole new level. So let's see what's being activated for you. Perception, the way you perceive the world has changed. You see things now. An alchemy. Look at that. You're alchemizing with spirit, right? You're seeing things from a whole new level. And you're working. My God, the work you're putting in, Cap, is profound. It is absolutely profound. You're utilizing all of the energies that are available to you in such a magnificent way. And it just truly gives, look at that synergy. That's what I'm saying. You're really putting it all together. So the number is 41. So when you acclimated your past with your present, you utilize the synergy energy. It says the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that results in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. That's what I was talking about. You're trying to help people see life in a whole new way. And it's going to take that strength. So you got 41 for synergy and 50 for the angel of love. It's going to take strength to get the rest of humanity up to speed to where you're at. You have 246s here, by the way, too, uncharted sea and thinking man. So you've got, you've got 2 10s here, right? Lots of new beginnings, including that cycle here. So you've got a lot of energies. You are really, as they said, synergy was a perfect word. And then you have the crown chakra, number 7. Once you work with spirit and now you set your intentions, that crown chakra is lit. It says the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connections to the universe and helps our ability to transmute negative into light. What did I say? You were working to put the sun at the bottom of the ocean. You really want people to be able to clear the murky waters in their life, deal with that subconscious stuff at a whole new level. You're trying to have that crown chakra. Everyone really have a crown chakra activation, Beautiful energy. Your divine feminine is so online. Is so online. Okay, now let's conclude this for you, Cap, with a message from Spirit. Okay, and it is resilience is one of the strongest qualities you have. It has gotten you through so many trials and tribulations in the past, and it will continue to do so. Lean in on that inner tower of strength anytime you need it. You have got this. I know you do, Capricorn. Let me tell you something. I trust you. If there's anybody I trust, it's you. Because you pull out two suns and you show you're willing to release, and you are forging through. And Cap, that is so you. And with that, this is the quantum energy that you're utilizing everything in your arsenal. You don't let anything go to waste. That's why you're to go, Cap. That's why you're to go. All the best.